Welcome to WDBR, Dry Bones Rising, W Dry Bones Rising. We've got a special edition here. Nicki Minaj, or whatever her name is, Mitt Romney, awareness in the first 48 hours. So there'll be no music because I don't want to disrespect my sister's lovely music while I take out this garbage. Anyway, you know, it's amazing to me that, you know, certain black people who never participated in a march of the 60s or fight for civil rights, people who just benefited from the struggle, now they all have political insight. They know what life was like or where we come from. Nicki Minaj referred to a lot of women as lazy witches. I don't want to say the word because out of respect for my mother. See, that's how we were raised. You understand me? Might be listening. So I'm going to use the word witches. Miss Minaj, these witches are the ones who made you who you are. They were your fans. And probably the reason that they're lazy is because they dress like you, they color their hair like you, and they can get no job because that's not mainstream America. Also, you know, you're part of that culture that glorifies the violence on women, the sexism of women, you know, I mean, if it was left up to me, I'm sorry, you know, your music is kind of last on the totem pole that of any I'd be listening to, because I'm from the old school. You know, sing to me about God, sing to me about love and love making, and you know, and I do my fighting in the bedroom, and I have to have a open fist, not a closed one, to do that type of fight. Anyway, which takes me to Mitt Romney. And you know, I don't want to get into a political debate, Republican, Democrat, whatever, but the mantra of the Republican Party is there's no such thing as a free lunch. See, disrespectful to your parents. You know, the Bible says honor your mother and your father. Disrespectful to the elderly. And disrespectful to women. Okay, if the first few years of life hadn't been free, you know, thank God for mama and grandmama, aunts and uncles, and my sister. If the first lunches of my life hadn't been free, and yours either, Mitt, we wouldn't be here today. You know, and it's total disrespect, and this is why this country is swung to you know, we cast off the elderly, we cast off these people in favor of greed, which of course is not in the Bible as a positive trait. So anyway, and thank God for granddad and my father, my uncles, because they provided the money, and most of the time they did a lot of cooking, and they provided some of those free lunches. So And not only free lunch, but breakfast and dinner too. Okay, so that brings me to awareness. As I was watching Facebook, I only saw one woman who I'm proud of say that, well, since you feel that way, I'm not going to buy your records. You know, During my life, drinking, et cetera, et cetera, I've ingested enough poison, and I made up my mind I'm not going to ingest any more poison. So, not that I know it, and what you call, I guess, self-willingly. I'll put it that way. So, thank God for awareness, and this is what we're trying to bring about with our program here. So I want you to continue to listen and to continue to support us, and because we're trying to do some very big things through the power of God. You understand me? Godly things like, bring back respect for the elderly, the women. I was watching two women do the mixed martial arts. See, it's a difference between men and women. Men are down here, women are up here. We hold them in esteem. But as I watch this bout, I'm thinking to myself, hit her in the chest with a forearm a couple of times. This, that, and the other. It's a big difference between men and women. You teach a man, you just taught that man. You teach a woman, you've taught a nation. You forged a nation. And that's what this Bible teaching, some of this Bible teaching is all about. Forging a nation of responsible citizens, God-fearing people, loving people. So that's what that's about. So like I say, it's a big difference between men and women. I didn't enjoy watching the match, but I did know that, being a mixed martial arts master myself, that they're not as violent as men can be, or as ignorant as we can be sometimes. And then I did, on the subject of ignorance, it's so sad that we as a race of people, with such a vast history of civilizations, ancient civilizations, and accomplishments, that we have such a breadth of and wealth of experiences that they can always find some ignorance. Self-preservation being the first law of nature, they can always find one to go against that heritage. They've written us out of history. And what I'm trying to say is that we got to start, if we are to be a positive, continue to be a positive force in this nation. We got so many men in prisons, and not seeking knowledge, and you don't have to seek. It's good to seek education, but knowledge, understanding, and wisdom will lead you to get that education. So, and if any of you want to dispute what I say, there's a brother who has a video called "The First 48 Hours" on YouTube. I want you to watch that. Watch that video, The First 48 Hours. Watch that video. Thank you.